Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm the Motorcycle Rescuer and this is Motorcycle Rescuer. So yes, welcome back to my channel guys. One thing I really love about my channel and the community created around me, I didn't create this community. It created itself not around me actually, but I kind of tapped into a great community by you guys. No judgment yesterday. You guys said, Charlie, you're wrong. That structure, it needs to be done properly. And I absolutely respect that. No one took the mick, no one was abusive. And that shows me exactly what we're working with. So you guys are absolutely spot on. I paid £360 to get this car off my friend. Probably 400 or 500 in welding, probably 400 or 500 in a new clutch. And then somebody in London will get a cheap, great running Ford Focus in actually really good condition. It's got no dents, it's got some scratches, but I think they'll polish out. Trying to clear. I want that John's moped, I want it bolted back together today. I'm going to do it myself and I'll put it on eBay as a non-runner. I want to have a look at Sultan's project that he's neglected. I told him he would neglect it and he did. Very frustrating. Waiting for a scrapper or someone to deal with that. Gary's insurance bike over there, they're right pain in the arse. The insurance bikes can take 2 years, so I hate storing them. But I have done in the past. So I think what you're going to see today is me piece the moped back together because I've kind of had enough with it. If any reason it starts and idles, I want to let it idle. Like, I don't care if it idles all day, it can do the whole petrol. Because that could just loosen it up. But it's unlikely. I didn't get it started after that occasion. So let's get going. Let me get that over here at the garage. I'll get all the parts out. I'm going to start throwing it back together as best as I can. Okay guys, apologies about the background noise. I'm just chucking some electric into the battery of the lexmoto. It did start, but I just felt like it needed topping up. Just piecing this back together, just making sure I haven't left anything out. Not for any kind of sneaky reasons, just so that all the parts are there and available when somebody buys it. This is going to go on eBay as spares or repairs. And that's it guys. You know, I'll list that it's had a new head and that the exhaust is brand new, but otherwise I'm not. It's going to go on as spares or repairs, and basically we paid $250 for it, so $250 will buy it. If we can make a couple of quid on it, that wouldn't hurt. But yeah, that's it. So piece it back together, get some pictures on eBay, get this up. I suggest, unless you guys are willing to try a new engine, I suggest you stay away from it. And actually I think you could have a great engine go into this bike and it could be a wiring issue. So it's just a bit busy for me, this bike. I've had enough of it, that's all. So I'm going to piece it all back together, have it look like a normal bike. I am going to give it a few kicks, just out of curiosity, because again, if I can get it to idle today, I'll let it idle for an hour, just to see if it kind of sorts itself out. But I couldn't get it to idle last time. Alright, that's not a 125. Sultan's here guys, he's put the panniers on his bike. I think they look great. I think they work on this bike so much, so well. I do think you should get a little round one that you can put under here though, just to tie it in. But love the panniers actually. What we had to do was we had to lift the seat a little bit for it to clip back in, but that's fine. This bike's running very well actually. Got someone looking at the lexmoto right now. I've got lots of interest online as well. And I'm just kind of piecing this back together and it's getting there. Top panels on there, floor panels on there, etc, etc. It just needs to be one bike, get rid of all the parts so that I can put it up for spares or repairs. guys, as part of the charitable work we do here at the garage, a local whose bike this is, he needs an alarm put on. That's fine. The charity ordered the alarm, and again, we don't charge a penny. Also, I've got another guy coming down with a Honda Hornet 600 today, and he...
£1,000?
No, he's not selling it. He's coming down to fix it. His radiator has a leak. But saying that, he was meant to be here at 10 o'clock. I have heard from him, but...
And you know it's hell freezes over when Sultan's more earlier than the person's actually meant to be here.
That's real issues. So, easy alarm. I use these alarms all the time. They used to be called Cyclone. It's the same company, but they've made their own version. Basically, everything's built in. Tip sensor, shock sensor, etc. It goes straight to the battery or hidden powered wires, ideally, so that it can't be ripped off the battery. But they're just great and sensitive, and they just do the basic job. So I'm not going to show you how we put that on, but it's nice to know that some of the charitable work is still happening. But yes, you might see a Honda Hornet later. So the guy's got a bust radiator. He's got a brand new radiator. He's got some new coolant now. He should be here. Sometimes you can't make this stuff up. I just took the pictures for eBay, gave it one kick, and it fired and is idling. I'm going to let it idle for as long as it can. I don't care if it idles for half an hour. I'm going to let the engine do its thing. It's unbelievable. I could not get that thing to start last time. One kick and it started. Obviously it's got a blow, but I don't think the blow is from the engine. I think it's from here. Oh, I don't know actually. But yes, I'm going to let that idle for ages in case it kind of loosens itself up and sorts itself out. That is just unbelievable. I literally just took the pictures for the eBay advert saying spares or repairs. Alright guys, here's the Hornet we mentioned earlier. Nice bike. Hornets are very good bikes. They're lovely bikes. Personally, I always take off the top fairings because the mounting brackets are quite weighty. They feel a lot lighter without it. The radiator has had it. This is, we mentioned the radiator earlier, the core has gone big time. And when you get to high speed and high pressure, it does squirt out. And that's the problem. And actually, the coolant that come out has a fair amount of rust in it. So what we'll do is we'll put in nice new coolant, and 6 months later we'll flush it out again. But we will get the new radiator on. The radiator's on, is over there. We'll get that done. We'll use this lid. If this lid fits, we'll use this lid, because I'm sure the pressure system on this lid will be better than that one. And actually, it's all accessible. The main bolt's there, as long as that comes off. This bolt's not even in, funny enough. And if that bolt is in on the other side, it's all accessible. So this should be literally drop, plug, and play. You need to take out the sensor, which is there. Normally they come out fairly easily. And as simple as that, really. We top up the system, we bleed the system, and we get it going again. And then we'll have a little look over the bike, just kind of pre-MOT style stuff. We'll have a listen to the engine, we'll check the oil, stuff like that, and just see kind of how healthy or not it is. But for now, let's get this old radiator off and see what we're working with. Alright guys, hardest part's done. Getting the old screws out of the old radiator. Normally it just all snaps, and some of it did. The radiator actually fell apart. I'll show you that in a minute. But ultimately we were able to get down into here and do what we needed to do. What's next? The fan, ideally we would check. See, this fan can't spin at the moment because the housing stops that. So we'll bend it out into shape, and also once it's bolted to the frame, to the radiator, it will automatically be more in shape because we have to pull it out to get that out. But always good to check that that is working. I'm sure it will be. So let's get it all pieced back together with the new radiator. Old radiator absolutely just crumbled. Look, you can see that that's the good side here. I mean, the core is just gone, just finished. I'm surprised it held any fluid at all. Actually, new one looks much better. What you need really is a protector, guys. You know, 30, 40, 50 quid. It saves you all this hassle, especially this is a Chinese one, so I would definitely have a protector on top of that one. But for now, let's get it all put back together. and at least kind of have the basics done.